What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Alolan DataDex with me, TheOneIntegral. Last episode we covered one of the Guardian Pokemon, Tapu Koko, and I gave you a choice between two Ultra Beasts. For today we had Buzzwole, we had Celesteela, and Buzzwole came out on top, although only just. So that's who we're covering today, but of course for next episode, 141, we have a couple tanks, we have Wishy-Washy and we have Palossand. So do you want the interesting Wishy-Washy, or do you want the ground ghost and fairly interesting itself, Palossand? Let me know down below by commenting either Wishy-Washy or Palossand, depending on which one you want to see covered. But for now, let's jump in and have a look at Buzzwole. Buzzwole, number 794 in the National Pokédex, a bug fighting type and is the swollen Pokemon. It stands 7 foot 10 inches or 2.4 meters, so it's pretty damn big, as well as weighing 735.5 pounds or 333.6 kilograms. It's in the undiscovered egg group, as well as being genderless due to being an Ultra Beast, and does not evolve from or into any of the Pokemon. Base stat wise, highest base stats are attack and defense at 139, so it's basically a bulky physical attacker. Health points are 107, speed is 79, so that's pretty good. But then we have special attack and special defense 53 each, so special defense is really where you're lacking the most. Its ability is Beast Boost, which of course boosts its most proficient stat every time it knocks Pokemon out, so of course that will generally be attack or defense depending on where your EVs go, but most of the time attack, so it allows you to actually chain quite a lot, basically a Moxie boost. In terms of its bug fighting type, it's pretty decent. There are 5 resistances with grass, fighting, ground, bug and dark, 4 weaknesses in fire, flying, psychic and fairy, bearing in mind flying is that 4 times weakness, and then taking neutral from the rest, so there's no immunities, but I'd say it's pretty good. It's not like you've got loads of weaknesses, and there's only a few. Of course flying is the main one to watch out for. Move wise, there are actually quite a few available. Obviously most of them, or all of them, are physical moves because your special attack is just so low, but there are a couple of status moves thrown in there. First up we have a level 13, or probably via Heart Scale unless you've managed to get yourself a level 13 Buzzwole, we have Bulk Up. Heart Scale, or of course TM. Bulk Up raises your attack and your defense, which coincidentally are Buzzwole's 2 highest stats, so why the hell would you not use that? Then level 29 again, probably via TM, we have Leech Life, which of course is a very good move. You get Stab on it, then you get some Help and Restoration too, so that's actually going to aid you in terms of longer fights, longer battles, and it's definitely a good stab to think about running. Then we have level 31 Taunt, again via TM. Taunt of course forces the enemy to attack you, so if you're physically bulky, pretty good there, and allows you to actually take advantage of that and the fact that the enemy might have to switch out or end up attacking you again and again, and then you can deal some damage back basically. Moving on next, we have at level 53, so you possibly could know this when you catch your Buzzwole, we have Lunge, an alternative to Leech Life. Of course you don't get Help and Restoration on it, it's the same base power though. The alternative sort of benefit is the fact that it can lower the enemy's attack, so it's good in that sense if you're going against a physical attacker, so it's Help and Restoration or nullifying attackers basically. Then one final 11th move is Superpower at level 67, which of course is going to lower your attack and your defense after you use it, so there is a trade-off there, but it's 120 base power, and of course you get Stab on it, so it's definitely something you could use to just do a lot of damage to one Pokemon and just knock them the hell out. TM wise, first we have TM06 Toxic, of course always a viable move to run generally. If you're running a defensive or bulkier set, you could definitely think about running it. Of course only 90% accuracy since you're not a poison type, but still definitely worth running in the cases that it might be useful. Then we have TM19 Roost. If the Leech Life, Help and Restorations aren't enough for you and you want some pure health point regen, of course Roost is the option there. For some reason it learns that, I guess it is a mosquito so it can roost. Of course it's going to restore half your health points, so pretty good there. More attacking moves come up next though. We have TM26 Earthquake, definitely a good move. Coverage, pretty good all round, apart from flying types of course, but for that we have TM71 Stone Edge, which of course is super effective against flying types. Only 8% accuracy, but it still does enough damage to make it worth running. Then another one, TM84 Poison Jab, of course this is for your fairy type weakness. Poison Jab, super effective against fairies, 80 base power, pretty good. Hit them with Poison Jab, pretty super effective, pretty good there, just pretty everything. So, got a couple more moves, and they're all Heart Scale. The first of these is Fell Stinger, an alternative bug stab for you if you don't want Leech Life or Lunge. Only 50 base power, but of course Fell Stinger has the nice bonus that if you actually manage to take a Pokemon out with it, you get a very nice attack boost. And when I say nice attack boost, I mean 3 times. You get 3 boosts, so you could run, for example, not super bad, but 2 other moves, have Fell Stinger as your bug stab, as well as maybe running Leech Life as well, and then when you get an opponent low and you think Fell Stinger will be enough to take him out, Fell Stinger them up, boom, they're gone. 3 boosts in your attack stat. And of course, don't forget, we have Moxie basically in Beast Boost. That's basically 4, so you'll be doing a lot of damage after that, and definitely a viable strategy. Other heart scale moves though, we have Ice Punch and Thunder Punch, 2 punches here, both 75 base power, not as much as your other moves, but good coverage if you need it. Ice type move for flying types, electric type for flying types, etc. So pretty good to think about running overall. So those are the moves you could run, as well as many others of course, on Buzzwole. So we're going to transition into the competitive sets. We have 2 looking at, one is a Choice Scarf set, the other one is more of a bulky set, so let's get started. As I mentioned, the first set is a Choice Scarf set, so the moves are going to be Leech Life, or Lunge, or Fell Stinger, Superpower, Ice Punch, Poison Jab, or Thunder Punch, or Stone Edge, or Earthquake. Good few options there. Beast Boost is of course the ability. We're going for a Jolly Nature because our attack set is already pretty high, so we're going to boost our speed there, as well as using the Choice Scarf to boost it even more, so we can shore that up a bit. And Eevees are going to reflect that with maximum attack and speed, with the last few boosting up our physical defense just a little more. So the choice of the main star with Leech Life, Lunge or Fell Stinger at the front. Leech Life is for your health and restoration, so for longevity. Lunge is for crippling any physical attackers that come in, and of course Fell Stinger is for setting up those 3 boosts basically. And of course you can also chain it with, if a Pokemon is low, if an opponent is low, very low let's say, and you can switch in, you can Fell Stinger them, they might even stay in just saying, okay, I'm sacked, I'm not going to survive, I'll just let them take me out. Fell Stinger, boom, you got loads of attack boosts, pretty good there, so definitely something to think about running. We also have Superpower as a secondary stab, Ice Punch as coverage for your flying types and such, and then Poison Jab, Thunder Punch, Stone Edge or Earthquake as a few other options. Poison Jab covers fairy types, Thunder Punch is an alternative to Ice Punch for your flying types, Stone Edge is another one, but has lower accuracy, and of course just general coverage as well. As well, finally Earthquake of course, pretty good coverage overall, so definitely another option you could think about running. Of course we have a Choice Scarf on this set, so you'll only be able to use this single move. So of course Fell Stinger, yes okay, you get your 3-4 boosts from Fell Stinger, but you keep having to use Fell Stinger, which isn't the best thing, but you're still going to do a lot of damage. Even with only a 50 base power move, it's still going to do a lot, and of course you take another Pokemon out, you're at max attack, pretty useful there. So that's really the first set. Choice Scarf is a simple set. You go in, you hopefully fasten the opponent, you go for attacks. Of course, if you're comboing Fell Stinger, you want to switch in on a particular low health opponent you can take out and go from there. But if you're not, of course, you just go in, use attacks. If you're using Superpower, it's probably a case of going in, using it, and switching out. In the cases that Superpower will hit, one-hit kill the enemy from where they are, at least, and you're faster, go in, you do that, you switch out probably next turn, because those stat drops are just not really good enough to allow you to carry on. Of course, if you have Beast Boost, yes, okay, your attack might boost up, meaning that it cancels the Superpower out, so you could carry on going there despite your lower defense, but different thoughts there. So we'll then look at the second set, which as I mentioned is a bit more of a defensive set. In terms of moves, we have Leech Life or Superpower as our basically one attacking move. Then we have Bulk Up, Roost, and finally Taunt, Poison Jab or Toxic. Obviously ability is Beast Boost still, Careful Nature this time, Leftovers, and then maximum health points and speed with the last few in defense. So move wise, Leech Life Superpower is your main attacking move, your main stab. Leech Life of course will give you longevity, whereas Superpower can be comboed with Bulk Up because one Bulk Up, one Superpower cancels each other out. Of course your Superpower was superpowered, so you can combo it in that sense. Bulk Up is the main part of the set, you want to use that as much as possible. You get attack boosts as well as physical defense boosts, and then a Roost is our health and restoration, hence why you don't necessarily need Leech Life because you can always just Roost up repeatedly, but it might be good to have anyway. And then finally Taunt, Poison Jab or Toxic is the final option. Taunt is if you want to stop things setting up on you. Poison Jab is for an alternative or secondary attacking mechanism against fairy types for example. And then Toxic is for the cases where you're going to be focusing on attacking less and focusing on bulking up a bit more. The Careful Nature is to boost our special defense because of course that's our lowest stat, tied with special attack at 53, so it's not much point if we completely boost our physical defense all the way up to the top if we have terrible special defense, so the Careful Nature is there for that point. Held item is Leftovers for that overtime health and restoration in combination with Roost and Leech Life if you have it, and the Eevees we have health points to make us bulky all around, as well as the speed because we want to be faster to taunt things before they actually get to us and such like that. Toxic is again the other option if you want to be more, I just switched straight to moves and last few in defense just to bulk up a bit more. In terms of using this, Bulk Up is the main focus, so you want to go in, you want to bulk up a couple times at least, then you can maybe think about, obviously you want to roost if you get low health anyway, but then you can think about going on and doing some attacks while your left doers just slowly heal up over time. Of course, if a very strong special attacker comes in, it might be best to switch out because you're not really the bulkiest in special defense, even with the careful nature, so you might want to think about that and be a bit more conservative in your use of Buzzwole. But that is going to be it for Buzzwole today. Buzzwole. Buzz is a very harsh word. But next episode we have Wishy-Washy or Palisand to decide on, so let me know down below by choosing whichever one you'd like to see. Wishy-Washy or Palisand? Comment it down below and now. But this is going to be it for me for today, so I shall be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.